What's good with y'all, collective? Welcome to the Psychic Investigator, the Paranormal Psychic Investigations channel. That's what I mean. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button. If y'all want to leave any donations or generosity, I will indeed have a link in the description box below. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the current energy. So what do we have for May 2023? May 2023, Holy Spirit. And the Four of Wands reverse and the Page of Pentacles reverse. Some of you out there have a twin flame that keeps on hesitating on reaching out to you, but they know that they feel a connection. They're tired of the delays. Like this individual may be feeling energetically drained. This is a new person. That is your twin. I'm getting that right off the top. There's an intense connection that somebody has been refusing to message you or something about an email, message you, text message, phone call, something about an email. Somebody has been wanting to get in touch with you, but they're not sure if you feel the same thing as them. But there's a card that's connected there. Some of you out there mysteriously feel something new for somebody. That may be a fire sign, don't have to be. Or earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody definitely feels some type of spark. Somebody gets super excited at the thought of you and whenever they see you. Somebody is just unsure at reaching out to you because they're not sure if the connection is felt. Even though this is in reverse, there's a card that's there. It's felt through the crown chakra. So there's somebody out there that has been picking you up on their crown chakra a lot. And the individual is holding back on sending some type of email or a phone call. We got the Emperor here with the Four of Swords reverse. Somebody knows that you're a very powerful individual. You're very, very, very strong. You may come across as intimidating. That's why the individual don't want to just reach out and just say and pour out how they really feel because they don't want to come across as weird. This individual would be surprised if they did reach out. Something about if they did reach out. This could have been something that y'all could have manifested. So what's going on here for the current energy, Holy Spirit? Yeah, temperance. Some of you could be a Sagittarius. You both something about an energy healer. Some of you out there may be an energy healer. You could be an energetic healer. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. The Two of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands reversed. Okay, I see where this is going. The Nine of Wands. The Three of Swords reversed. So this is definitely not an ex of yours. This is a new person that literally feel like they're wondering if you feel the same way. The Four of Cups, like they feel like you'll reject them. But they want to come back out the cold. It's like this individual could have, if you have ever sent a message to this individual or try to contact them, they could have been on the fence about something. But it's not trying to play around in your energy like that. No, it's nothing to do with that. This individual just may be very on guard and they're on the fence about whether or not if you feel the same way about them. This could possibly be somebody that you may work with. Something about a work situation. The Seven of Wands reverse. It's like this individual don't want to block you out. This is a twin flame. Some of you out there has already met a twin flame at your job. It's an intense connection. That's exactly what it is because of what I seen earlier, what I called out earlier. The Page of Pentacles reverse and the Four of Wands reverse. Even though that Four of Wands was in reverse, that right there could still represent a twin connection. It's just blocked energy. So something is definitely blocked. I'm not really getting this individual having you blocked. They just refuse to reply. Maybe some of you out there could have offered a helping hand to this individual at your job. something about protecting. Maybe you was trying to guard or protect the individual from something at their job here. Is what I'm getting. It's not going to resonate with all of y'all. But it's like the individual may feel like this is just fantasy land. Like it's not really, there's nothing really there, but it's just in their head. So this is definitely not an ex. But this is a very intense connection. This could be a twin flame. You both are single and independent, so you don't have anybody. So this is definitely involving you being something about your stability. You are a very hard worker. The both of y'all may be both hard workers. But one of the individuals is on the fence about wanting to say something to you because they feel something towards you and it is a legit connection. Some of you may be something about a Gemini. Don't have to be. Strong earth energy, Virgo towards Capricorn. Somebody feels like they don't want to block you out. They don't want to block you out, but they're unsure if you feel the same way with this Ace of Wands reverse. They have just been holding back because of them being uncertain. But at the same time, you will hear something from this individual. You could have already heard from some. You could have already heard something from this individual. It's like they're contemplating, overly contemplating on whether or not if they should say something to you. Because something keeps guiding this individual to message you. And it's like, they're wondering like, what is that? Because they feel something for you. The Ace of Swords reversed, so there's nothing being communicated yet. This individual is going through a lot of lack of mental clarity. They don't really have mental clarity on whether if this is the truth or not. So they're going through a lot of contemplation with the Four of Cups, like contemplating, going back and forth in their head. Also slightly having their guard up, but not all the way. Just in case they was to reach out because they don't want to get their heart broke. Okay, so this individual has feelings for you. If they don't want to get their heart broke, it means that they feel something in their heart area. They definitely feel something on the energetic from their heart space toward you. That would explain why they don't want to all the way block you out, but yet they have their guard up just in case you was to reject or say you didn't feel the same way about them. They could be feeling the same way about you. Or you could be feeling the same way about them. But if some of you out there has tried to get in contact with this individual in regards to a work situation, to let them know something by message, by phone call, by email, whatever it is, something about protection at somebody's workspace, because you didn't want to see the individual hurt with the Three of Swords reverse. You could have protected them from some type of attack, and it's like the individual just immediately felt something towards you. And they've been holding on to that. They've been holding on to something, and it's been bothering this individual not talking to you. Because they're too busy going back and forth in their head. But they're not playing a mind game like that. They're not. They're just busy trying to let their guard down, but like not down all the way, but enough to where they can communicate with you, but at the same time have their guard up just in case you don't feel the same with this Ace of Wands reverse. It's in their head though. This is just in their head because this is both upright energies. You both feel the exact same way towards each other. And this individual may feel like they missed the opportunity because there's a lot of confusion here. There's no clarity because there's no conversation going on between you and this individual. But there's a lot of spiritual 5D activity literally going on in the 5D, in the spirit realm in regards to this connection. So this is not somebody from the past. This is not somebody that hurt or betrayed you. And they're not looking to hurt you either. They could be kind of on the fence that you wouldn't do that to them either. This individual just don't have clarity. They keep going back and forth in their head. Whether or not if this is the truth or not, but the lovers is literally in the upright position. It means you both feel the same. Communication has to happen though. And it's whoever the individual was that didn't take the action to reply to something. Even if it was a simple message, I want to say, you know, something about checking on somebody, making sure somebody's okay. It don't matter about that. If the individual has feelings, like Spirit's trying to guide them to communicate about it. But just give the individual time. Keep on focusing on yourself is what I'm being guided to tell you. If this individual wants to come around, they'll come around and talk to you is what I'm being guided to tell you. This could legitimately be a real twin flame connection. But this individual's not playing no games with you. This is somebody that possibly didn't respond to you. And this could be a new person. This is definitely a new person. But all the aces is in reverse because they feel like they missed the opportunity by not responding. But they know that time is an illusion. Something about this individual is very spiritual. They know that time is an illusion. They can make a move at any given time to communicate with you. This individual may not know if you have them blocked because they didn't respond to you. You may have took it rude. But if you're somebody that's healed, when it comes to a real connection because of you going through something with your false twin flame, then this individual may not have information on that. So a lot of you out there could have already been through a false one, is what I'm getting. But this is how they perceive it. They perceive it as they could have came across as rude by not responding, and they feel like they missed the opportunity. But yet, Spirit keeps guiding them to reach out to you because y'all will make great partners too. If you decided to work together, you would make great partners. This could be a business. Some of you out there could work at a business together. You could also, this could be online business. This could also be online. Okay. Some of you could have met this individual in a spiritual community, something about spiritual. So y'all have the same beliefs when it comes to the spiritual. Something about a lot of intensity. So the both of y'all are very intense individuals. And it's like both of the individuals are throwing their hands out as to say that they're wondering if each other feels the same, and they do. There is definitely a very, very strong connection here with somebody new. And y'all both are single too. That's the best part. There's no third party involved. The Chariot reverse. This could be with a Cancer, or you could be a Cancer. Somebody literally feels like they want to reverse, go back to something. They feel like something is not letting this individual move forward. And it's like Spirit trying to guide this individual to let their guard down. But at the same time, their logical side is telling them to keep a bit of their guard up just in case you didn't feel the same. Because they don't want to get their heart shattered to pieces because they feel something for you. That's exactly what's going on. Judgment reverse. Cancer, Scorpio energy. So we definitely have three majors here. Gemini, Cancer. Something about a Gemini, Cancer, cusper could be involved. Don't have to be, but there's definitely something in regards to Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini. And some of you out there resonate with that. Somebody just feels like, it's like Spirit's trying to tell this individual something and they keep ignoring it. But they also feel a pull towards somebody with the Chariot reverse to go back and to work through something with the Three of Pentacles. To get in contact with somebody because there's no conversation that has been had. This is literally coming back. Somebody don't want to leave something on red forever is what I'm getting. They want to return back to something. And some of you out there wasn't even bothered at being left on red is what I'm being guided to tell you. If this is indeed involving a new person. So this individual also knows you're not controlling them either. You're not an overly freaky type of individual that could be weird as to message them. Oh, hey, you got my message? You got my phone call? You clearly know the individual got your message or phone call. And you just continuously keep on living your life. Because you have healed from some type of false flame with the Three of Swords reverse. So this is going to clarify that this is your real match. But there's no conversation. There's no phone call. There's nothing being spoken. But there's a lot of action going on the 5D. There's a lot of energy being transmitted between you and this individual. You could be a Scorpio, a Cancer, a Gemini. You could be in connection with one of these signs. And these signs could be in connection with one another on a 5D level. There's a very strong, intense connection. The magician, the both of y'all could have manifested this with each other. Something about heavy manifestation, but it's not manipulation. Manipulation would be like this. This was manifested by the both of y'all, because this is right underneath the lovers. So the both of y'all has definitely manifested a new connection, but yet whoever this individual is that's refusing to respond to somebody is on the fence. But they know that they feel something because it's right here with the lovers. So they know that they feel something for you. Okay? This is all about being on the fence, like, well, going back and forth, but yet they feel something. Why would this individual want to come out the cold and not leave something going in the cold for good? Why would they want to make a U-turn and come back and address something and actually respond to somebody? So somebody wants to respond to somebody, but they don't know how. Because they don't know how to tell the individual that they have feelings for them. Yeah, somebody is enlightened. So the both of y'all are definitely spiritually enlightened. Pisces energy. So there's a lot of water here. So there's a lot of intuition, a lot of spiritual insight, a lot of spiritual intuitive. There's a spiritual intuitive connection that is going on here that is incredibly strong between you and the individual. You may be a Pisces. You could be a Cancer. You could be a Scorpio. You could be a Virgo, Gemini, very heavily. And somebody feels like they don't want to leave something on red forever. There's a reason why an individual wants to return. And they may slowly want to reveal something, but it's like they can't wait to tell somebody, but they don't want to come across as weird. They don't want to come across as, I want to say, having those strong, intense feelings when they barely even know the individual. Because a lot of you out there don't even physically know this individual. But it's like you feel like you've known them for a long time energetically. At least that's how this individual feels towards you. But y'all may feel the same about each other. But yet nobody is taking any action to speak. There's no speaking. There's no words going on here. But it's not a game. Somebody is just trying to verify within themselves and check in with their intuition to see if this is the right move to make, to go ahead and to actually communicate with you or not. So they're definitely on the fence about sending something about a phone call or some type of message or some type of email they may be on the fence about. Somebody's not going to let this go. No, somebody's not going to let this go. This is definitely a new person with all these aces, even though they're in reverse. This is a damn good opportunity. This individual is choosing to miss. Cancer energy. So somebody is not trusting their intuition, but there's a strong, heavy, mysterious, intense spiritual connection here. A lot of water here, a lot of water energy here. And it's a new love. It's definitely somebody, a new love situation. And somebody could be missing the best thing of their life. Somebody may also be having doubts because something may be overseas. Something about the water. Something may be overseas. Something about the water. Something about overseas. I'm also being guided to let you know that this individual may be overseeing the signs, but they're not. It's like their intuition keeps pulling at them. Something about a pull, a very intense pull. But it's not to the extent to aggravate the individual mentally. Because there's no manipulation going on. It's a manifestation. There's definitely no manipulation going on. Because the individual knows that you're not a possessive individual. Because they could be on the down low paying attention to you at your workplace. And it's like the more that they watch you, like the more that they observe you, the more that they just have this strong, intense feelings toward you. Because they know that you're enlightened, like you're a very mysterious individual, but the both of y'all are. The both of y'all bring a lot of mystery when it comes to y'all energy. Y'all give off a lot of mystery. But it's genuine. It's in a genuine way. It's like there's just something about your energy that somebody cannot shake. for nothing. And it's a new individual. Like, they just can't seem to shake the thoughts of you, but it's not to the point to where, like the false twin, to where it would torment you because it was trying to energetically harass you like that, you know? It's like it could come in waves, something about it could be, it's a calm connection. This individual may be feeling calm whenever they may observe you. They may feel calm down. You bring a sense of calmness. You don't give off the vibes that you would have this individual involved in a third party because you may be a celibate individual. This individual also knows that you ain't that you're not just going to settle for anything in your life, and they may be attracted to that because they see you as a challenge. This individual could also have, if this is a female, that may be, that could be a masculine for some of you out there that you could be paying attention to. Could be an Aries man. That could be very, very powerful. Somebody has strong Aries in their chart. 4 placements of Aries in their chart. Or this could just be in general, okay? I'm going to go ahead and read by the energy. Whoever this individual is definitely gives off a very strong, dominant energy. And yet, it eliminates any thoughts of this individual being a player. So somebody definitely knows that possibly a man, could be a female too, that's not a player, but there may be a lot of people interested in them, but the individual's not interested in them. But the individual is also kind of intimidated because they may have a slight different belief system, but that don't matter. I just put it to you like this. I know somebody don't take no shit with this Emperor card here, and it may be attractive to this individual. Because something about the other individuals that may be attracted to this feminine, or it could be a masculine, it could be vice versa, okay? The other individuals that are attracted to this individual is they only are attracted to the outer exterior, and they over compliment this individual, and that right there is completely illusional. And yet somebody's not doing that. Somebody's only going to say one thing one time, and it's it. If they don't respond, it's cool. This individual ain't getting out, ain't getting up and running behind nobody. So whoever this individual is that may be attracted to a masculine, could be vice versa, okay? They definitely see this individual as somebody that's not going to get up and chase after anybody. And that right there is giving them the sign that it's a genuine individual. That they're not, that if for some reason this man was into this individual, they wouldn't be into him for their looks. Because just like I said, this is a spiritually enlightened individual. Could be Pisces, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, very heavily. Cancer, Scorpio energy, heavy with the Cancer energy. Okay, the same could go for the feminines. You definitely don't see a man because of his outer exterior. You may see a man because of his spirit, because of his generosity, but also his strong dominant presence. But even though he has that dominance to him, he don't have that controlling nature. He is just in control of his own reality. And some of you out there, whoever this is resonating with, is attracted to that. Because they're not going to fall for the bullshit. Somebody may also be attracted to the fact that this individual is not jumping up and chasing the individual down, or trying to get some type of validation out the individual, as if, did they get the message? Did they get a phone call? Did they receive an email? This individual ain't like that. And something has been spotted. Because the individual's healed. They're healed, and somebody can sense that about somebody. So they may be a little intimidated by this man because he just knows his worth. But yet, it's not intimidating in a bad way. They know that this individual is not going to play no games, that they ain't going to involve no third parties or be a big flirt. So they also know that this man is not a flirt. That is very rare. So somebody's being seen to be very rare. At the way that they possibly dress too. Something about the individual's energy is very rare. Because they're spiritually enlightened, that's why. They don't have time to be going through all that third party, all this partying and all that. The individual don't have time for that. because they already outgrew that stage a long time ago, and somebody clearly recognized somebody's worth here. They also know the individual don't need anybody, and it's like, but they're the same way. But it's like they feel like this connection that is coming on this intense. They feel like they want that very badly with the individual. They want that very badly, but it's not in a needy type of way. Because this individual does also have a backbone for themselves too. But it's like the way that they're looking at, like something about a man here, the way that they're looking at, it's like he's something about stands out. In regards to if anybody else is trying to catch this individual's attention, whoever this feminine is, if anybody else is trying to catch their attention, they're doing it in the wrong type of way. Because this individual is going to ignore the rest of these people. They're ignoring them is what I'm getting. They're blowing them off. They don't want nothing to do with the rest of these individuals. But there's somebody right here that may be an entrepreneur, could be vice versa, could be a female too. Somebody that's an entrepreneur, that is just somebody that is just very spiritually enlightened. And somebody can intuitively sense that about the individual, even though they may be highly mysterious, could be a Cancer, maybe highly mysterious. But there's definitely something that's coming out here about somebody being honest, and it's like somebody's strong presence about them literally helps the individual with some type of insecurities to overcome them. Every time they watch this individual, it's like they know how to dissolve insecurities immediately. Because on the out exterior don't mean shit. So the way that they see this man don't care about no makeup, no none of that, no hair, like the hair, that like the hairstyle, the clothing, the wardrobe. Because if it was about that, then they would be entertaining all kind of other people, and they're not like that. But I'm also getting this individual is also the same way when it comes to males. They don't like that attention because they go through that all the time. That's what I'm being guided to see. So that right there is going to show somebody's difference right off the bat, who somebody really is. Something about all these individuals overly complimenting this individual, whoever has their eye on somebody else. Whoever these individuals are that think that they're going to get somewhere with this individual, they're not. Somebody clearly has their eyes set on somebody, one person, and it's right here. Somebody's enlightened to the fact of who their match is, but they're not trusting their intuition because their intuition has been relentless at trying to reveal something to them to trust their gut feeling that something is indeed accurate. But this individual may be having some type of insecurities being brought to the surface that they need to heal because somebody may be triggering that. So that would explain why somebody don't want to have their guard up all the way, because they know that themselves, that could be toxic. So that would represent why they're on the fence about something with the Two of Pentacles here, overly contemplating something. But they're not doing it in order to play a game, because there's no games being played here. It's just somebody is overly They could be overly complicating the situation by them overly contemplating back and forth. Whether or not if this is the truth or just some type of dream, but it's not. It's the truth. The Lovers is here. Their crown chakra is really picking that up. Somebody may be also trying to manipulate this individual's energy that's an outsider that is jealous of this guy or jealous of this feminine. That don't want these two to actually have a connection with each other. That could be bringing a lot of confusion too. Somebody could be manipulating this individual's crown chakra in order to get them to doubt themselves, to overly contemplate whether or not if they want to go through a messaging somebody or responding. Something about responding, messaging, emailing, calling, contact, through phone, whichever. But somebody's intuition is relentless at telling them that this is a genuine match because the Lovers is in the upright position. The individual don't have any intentions on hurting this individual with the Three of Swords reverse. But neither does the individual have intentions on hurting this individual that they have their eye on. So let's go ahead Get a closing message to your spirit. It's too many cards. Something about overseas. There's a lot of water here. Something may be that may also put the individual in their head because they may think it's impossible to have a connection like that because the individual may be physically present a long ways. Something about their physical presence may be a long ways away from them. But yet they could swear up and down they feel this individual's energy right next to them. Like that. Give me a closing message for this read. There's also a lot of physical attraction too that the individual feels towards this individual. But it's not just physical, it's a spiritual connection. It's very spiritual. Very, very, very spiritual. Closing message for this read, spirit. So you could be a Cancer, a Gemini, a Pisces, a Scorpio. I'm also being guided to tell you Virgo. Closing message for this read, spirit. I'm going to just go with this. I don't have the time to keep on shuffling these cards. You know what I'm saying? Some of you could be a Sagittarius. Somebody has feelings, and yet this is an energy healer. Somebody is a messenger. Somebody wants the message. Somebody's intuition has been relentless, and Saint Michael the Archangel has been trying to guide this individual to stop avoiding with the Seven of Swords. How these cards are positioned with the Temperance in the middle. Somebody wants to reach out with this is a message. Reach out with a message to this could be like an energy healer, energy inspirationer, and the Seven of Swords. This individual's mind races back and forth about somebody, but they're a genuine individual. This is racing thoughts. This is mental energy. They're not running. Their mind is racing. But yet they're also receiving a lot of synchronicities to reach out to the individual. This is literally somebody coming into contact with an earth angel here to reach out because they both may have some type of something about a spiritual business. With the Three of Pentacles, they could be very enlightened individuals. Heavy on the Sagittarius energy. Pisces. Could be Pisces, Cancer. We also have Gemini very heavily and Scorpio here. So that is the closing message of the read. Y'all, this will not resonate with everybody. But this is definitely a strong connection that the both of y'all have manifested with a new person. Possibly at your job. They can also have a job at something similar to what you do. Some of you out there may be something about psychic messages. So this is definitely something to do with the spiritual community. Something about involving spirituality with the Temperance. This is psychic messages. Somebody's a psychic messenger, but yet somebody that's very wise and a philosophical person. And yet somebody finds the individual interesting. When everybody else out there is trying to flirt with the individual on a physical level by overly complimenting them. It's like the individual's just uninterested in that. They're blowing it off. Chances are this individual could possibly see through their comments that they're not spiritually in tune whatsoever. I mean, bro, that's incredibly easy to do, to compliment. What about the energy? What about the spirit? What about somebody having spiritual knowledge? And I guarantee you, whoever this individual is, don't feel these other individuals on a spiritual level like they do this individual that hasn't been contacting them. They could have tried to contact, but it wasn't to call them, like compliment them or none of that. when other people try to compliment this individual over, like something about overly complimenting, and it's like the individual don't like that. This is the type of energy I'm getting with the Four of Cups. It's like, nah, I'm good. It's like the individual just sits there like, They wouldn't be rude about it, but they would literally give off the energy, as I say. This could be like, it's a hollow thanks. That's what I'm getting. It's like they would give a hollow thanks. But to them, it would be, oh, they responded. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they responded, but yet they responded with a very hollow answer because they're not interested. They're uninterested. You think this individual's interested? How the hell are you going to be interested when you up all day lodged up against a tree? You know what I'm saying? How the hell you going to get, you know what I'm saying? How the hell you going to get somebody's attention whenever they sitting there just like this? Somebody's literally under a tree all mad because whoever's reaching out to them compliment, they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't coming from the person that they really like. It's just, I keep getting the energy that somebody is just out there living their life. Like if somebody communicates with a person, they'll gladly talk back. But they're not going to go out their way and try to double check or do things like that. And it's very intriguing to somebody because it's hard to come by somebody like that. And yet when somebody compliments the individual, it don't come from the person that they are really into like this. I'm telling you. It upsets the person even more at how they didn't respond. Like something about a response. I'm telling you, bro, something to do with a phone call. Somebody didn't answer their phone. It could have went to voicemail. But I mean, if this is a new person that you really don't know, like I'm not really getting a voicemail. Okay? This could be in regards to like a text message, a comment, or something to do with an email or something along them lines, okay? And it's like when other people reach out to compliment, it's like it just makes them think about the person that they're really into more and more. That's the energy that I'm getting. And it also makes the individual stand out even more. It just kind of irritates this individual because it's not the individual that they're into that's complimenting them. And that's what's making the individual out to be different with the magician. Because they're busy on their purpose with the emperor and the magician. It's just the individual clearly sees past illusions. And it's not enough to, it's like the illusions of people being insecure about something. So if this individual is insecure about something, this individual don't give a shit about that. With the magician and the emperor, they don't care about that. Because chances are what the individual is insecure about is absolutely pointless. But yet you think these individuals are going to tell this individual how it is? They're not. They're not going to trigger this individual like this individual can right here. But not in a toxic way. Like they're triggering them by literally letting them see that everything of what's in front of their face and what they keep on receiving from other people is not where it's at. If that makes any sense. But there's definitely a heavy connection. Even though the Emperor is in an upright position, sitting down, and yet somebody may be very mysterious and have that dominant-like energy, they still feel something on an energetic, spiritual level towards the individual. But they're not like everybody else. Because if there's no physical communication going on, there's just a lot of 5D action connection, because that's what's going on between two people. There's just no physical communication through text message, email, phone call. There's no communication going on, especially if this is something that's across the water, something about water. Something very significant about water. I did pick up earlier when I seen the Ace of Cups overseas. It don't matter. But it's like they know that something for sure is there. And I'm being guided to let y'all know, bro, you literally have came. You may have not have knew who this individual was, whoever you was out there. Or this could be vice versa. Whoever you was guided to protect on the situation, you may have not even knew who that individual was to you. But you could have had some type of intuitive nudge that something was just, something could have caught your attention immediately. You may have not have told them nothing, though. You may have not even told the individual like you liked them or anything along them lines, or complimented them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But there's something here, bro, that is very intense, and it is genuine. It's not an illusion, and it's not some type of fantasy. It's actually reality. Somebody's just going back and forth. Whether or not if somebody else feels the same way, but from what I'm seeing, it's here. Something was manifested by both parties on a spiritual level by continuously paying attention to each other. So that would be energetic transfer. Somebody's transferring energy to each other. That would be that strong